What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, you and I are going to be breaking down 10 of the most profitable freelance writing niches. That way you can stop procrastinating and finally make the dreaded niche decision and start marketing yourself. So by the time you are done watching this video today, you will have a good idea of which niches are popular and profitable and have a lot of potential for growth and high-paying clients this year. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you guys and walk you through these niches, and I'll throw the blog post link up above and below in the description box. That way you can follow along as we go through this video. But one thing I just want to clear up before we get started is a freelance writing niche means your area of specialization and what you write about. You can niche down by topic/industry, like being a finance writer or a technology writer. You can niche down by type of content, like case studies and blog posts, or you can niche down by both of those things. So you would combine them into something like technology case studies or finance blog posts. If you have any questions about that, or you are considering a certain niche but you want my feedback on it, go ahead and feel free to throw a comment down below and I will help you out however I can. All right, so let's get to these profitable niches. The first one, as you can see here, is long form blog posts / ultimate guide blog posts. So by long form, I'm talking 1,500 to 2,500 plus words, something that's really super in-depth and comprehensive, like a long form ultimate guide. These can pay really well, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, especially in B2B or business to business niches. And the really great thing about this niche and why I personally specialized in it for so long is that with blog posts, and especially these high paying posts, you can get a lot of recurring work, right? Because when someone hires you to write a blog post, it's not just like a one and done thing like website copy. They're gonna want probably some kind of package deal, 4 posts a month, 8 posts a month, or whatever. So that is a great way to set yourself up for some recurring income. So as you can see right here, I've given you guys an example of an in-depth guide, how-to step-by-step blog post, which is what I'm talking about here. It is one of my blog posts called How to Set Up a Freelance Writer Website in 1 Day or Less. That is a really great example of a blog post that fits that ultimate guide type of thing. So you can click the link in the blog post to see an example of that, or I will also throw a link to that post up above my head right now and below in the description box. The second niche I want to talk to you guys about today is email sequences / sales funnels. So the reason why this is such a profitable niche is that email is still such a huge moneymaker for both large businesses and small businesses like my own business. So think about it like this. If what you're specializing in is making that company revenue, then there's a really good chance they're actually going to be willing to pay money for it, because that business you're writing for is going to get a good return on their investment. Now I could probably sit here and go through what an email sequence / sales funnel is for like an hour. I'm not going to do that right now, but do let me know below if you want to see a video on that. But basically what it is exactly what it sounds like, a sequence of automated emails that you will write for your client that eventually leads the recipient of that email to a sale. So again, if you're not familiar with that, do let me know below and I can do a video breaking this niche down or any of the other ones. Definitely comment below and let me know. The third niche we're going to talk about today is cryptocurrency content. So probably a lot of you guys know, unless you've been living under a rock, that cryptocurrency has really blown up in recent time. And when an industry blows up like that, that can be a really good chance for you to specialize in that industry as a writing niche. So with cryptocurrency content, a lot of the opportunities I've seen out there have been blog posts, but there are also other types of content you can write in the cryptocurrency niche, like maybe ads or website copy, or really just whatever your client asks you to do. Now, if you're concerned about the longevity of this niche, or you don't want to go that narrow, one idea would be for you to go a little bit broader and specialize in finance as a niche with a kind of sub-niche or sub-specialization in cryptocurrency. So yeah, you can market yourself as a cryptocurrency writer if you want to, but if you don't want to only do that, like I said, another good option is to be a finance writer who specializes in cryptocurrency, since finance can be a really good industry for writers as well. All right, so on to the fourth niche we're going to talk about today, and that is case studies. So case studies are a super lucrative freelance writing niche, and probably always will be, because what a case study is basically a long-ass testimonial. And if you have been in marketing or worked as a copywriter for any length of time, you know that social proof in the form of testimonials and case studies really helps drive a business's revenue. And like I said before, if you are helping your client drive their revenue by writing content, that's a really good sign that they're going to be willing to pay you well for your work. So a little bit more about case studies. They are basically just a long form testimonial that sometimes take on more of like a story format. Not a story as in the sense of like you're writing like a novel or a short story, just more in the sense of you are really walking through the entire transformation of that testimonial instead of just throwing one or two sentences in there. So I've written a lot of case studies before, and most of the case studies I've written have loosely followed this structure you can see right here: challenges, solution, results, conclusion. So basically, if you're writing a case study, you will be writing about your client's client. And in my opinion, they're pretty easy to write, pretty straightforward. One thing you might want to note is that they do often require client phone calls, or maybe you'll need to interview your client's client so you can get that information you need. And the final case study product does tend to be well designed, not just a Word doc, but you are the business owner. You are the freelance writer. You get to decide what you want to do. So if you're not a designer, that's totally okay. Just let the client know up front that you'll deliver it in a Word doc, and they may actually have a designer who already handles those things. So whether or not you handle the design of a case study is up to you. So before we talk about niche number 5, a quick shameless self-promo here. I have a free class for freelance writers that over 6,000 writers have taken, and it's all about how to make your first $1,000 freelance writing in the next 45 days or less. You can see it's gotten some really good feedback over here, so I will throw the link above my head right now to that class, as well as down below in the description box and in the pinned comment. So definitely, if you're wondering how to make your first $1,000 freelance writing and get your first high-paying clients, and how to actually use your niche to get clients instead of just picking a niche and then wondering what the hell you're supposed to do next, go ahead and click over to that class and check it out. The 5th niche on our list today is video scripts. Now, video is huge and it's only growing in the world of marketing. So if you can write video scripts for sales pages, YouTube videos, homepage videos, or any other types of business videos, you can feel pretty damn confident that you are gonna be an in-demand writer if you are marketing yourself the right way. So like I said here in the post, if you wanna focus on video scripts as a niche, I recommend going with a sub-niche that'll make it easy for you to charge the big bucks. So in other words, specialize in writing scripts for videos that help your clients make money, and that means a specific type of client. For example, writing sales page videos for 7-figure entrepreneurs. And that's an important point right there. 7-figure entrepreneurs, not someone who just started their business yesterday, because those people probably don't have any money to spend on hiring writers. But if you target someone who is a 7-figure entrepreneur or even a 6-figure entrepreneur, they are likely going to have the money to invest and be more willing to invest in a video script writer. But you don't have to target entrepreneurs. Target software businesses, some other type of company, whatever type of business you want to help write video scripts. Number 6 on our list today is sales pages. And just like we've talked about with case studies, sales pages are a really profitable niche because they are directly tied to helping your client make money. So think about it. You write a sales page that results in $200,000 for your client. How valuable do you think your writing is to that client? Well, like I said here, it's pretty fucking valuable. If you help them make $200,000, that means they're gonna be willing to pay you good money. So to see an example of a sales page, I'm gonna show you guys one that I've written. This one is the sales page I use for my best-selling freelance writing course, Killer Cold Emailing. I've got a screenshot of it here in the blog post, but I will post a link above my head right now and below in the description box so you can check out that course and see what a good sales page looks like. So on that note, yes, I did write my own sales page copy, but that's because I am a writer and that's something I enjoy doing. However, a lot of other entrepreneurs and businesses in all kinds of industries hire that kind of thing out. So again, a really solid niche, definitely something that has a lot of potential for profitability. Number 7 on the list is one of the niches I actually get asked about the most, which is white papers. White papers are really popular in B2B industries, especially for technology businesses, and what they are, basically they're in-depth reports. They present a problem and solution in a way that is meant to persuade the reader. So yes, even though they are a report, they still have that end goal of making a sale or getting the reader interested in whatever is being sold at that company. So these can pay really well, like I'm talking thousands of dollars per piece, but they do often require things like client interviews and in-depth research, stuff like that. So you'll need to put some time and effort into writing them and interviewing your client to get the information you need. But The good news is that you typically don't need a lot of subject matter expertise to write white papers, so you don't need to be a technology expert to write a tech white paper necessarily. You just need to be able to interview the client, and that's a skill that if you want to, you can absolutely get better at. I'm saying this as someone who absolutely hates talking on the phone and really is not a huge fan of doing client interviews. I've done them myself, I've written white papers. It's totally fine, and it is something you can learn even if being on the phone kind of freaks you out. Now let's talk about number 8 on our list of the most profitable freelance writing niches, which is SaaS content. So SaaS, that stands for software as a service, as you can see right here, and it means companies that sell software as a service. So an example of that would be something like QuickBooks or FreshBooks or ConvertKit, an email marketing provider like MailChimp. Those companies are selling software as a service, and often they can be really good clients with a big content marketing budget, which means they have a lot of money to hire writers like you. So for me, a lot of my best and highest paying clients have been in this industry. I have written blog posts about marketing for software as a service companies for a really long time and found that to be a super profitable niche. So if you want to do that, I recommend looking on AngelList to research companies in this industry to pitch. And also think about the software you personally use, maybe for work or maybe not for work, and consider pitching those companies. That's how I landed a gig writing for the FreshBooks invoicing software blog. FreshBooks is what I personally recommend writers use for invoicing, so I pitched them and it worked out. So on to number 9 on our list, which is marketing blog posts. There are a lot of companies out there who will pay for marketing blog posts. Specifically, I'm talking about long form blog posts about marketing. So we're talking that 1,500 to 2,500 word plus range. And the best, highest paying ones are usually tutorials and really in-depth how-to blog posts with links, screenshots, pictures, graphics, things like that really help the reader get from point A to point B and learn about something they want to do. So one note here is you can break into this niche by starting small if you need to. For me, I started out writing shorter client blog posts about marketing that didn't pay as well. They still paid decent, but not super crazy hundreds and hundreds of dollars per post. And after I kind of got some experience that way, I transitioned to longer, higher paying blog posts as my knowledge grew. And the great thing about this niche and why I've enjoyed it so much is you can actually use what you learn writing about marketing to start your own blog or your own business where you can sell products, promote affiliate links, or do something else that you want to do. Maybe sell your novels or become an Instagram influencer, whatever it is you want to do. Your marketing knowledge will build and build as you write about it over time, which is kind of a win-win. All right, number 10 and the final niche on our list today is technology content. So if you are familiar with me, you probably already know that I started out in the IT and technology niche as a freelance writer. And let me tell you, there are a lot of gigs out there in this niche. You've just got to find the good, high-paying clients, and you've got to know what kind of content they want, what kind of content is going to help them make money, because like I've said before, I'll say it again because it's important, if your content is making the client money, they're going to be more willing to pay you money to write for them. So there you have it, 10 of the most profitable freelance writing niches right now. But one more really important thing to note before you leave this video is that just picking a niche is not enough to win you high-paying clients. Yes, you need to pick a niche, but then you've actually got to learn how to market yourself and sell your services. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting there with a niche and no clients. And let me tell you, a real harsh truth is you're probably not going to fail because of anything to do with your writing abilities. Most freelance writers who fail, in my years of experience coaching writers, is because they don't know how to sell their writing. They don't know how to market themselves. And let me tell you, a mediocre writer who can actually sell and market themselves is going to get more high-paying clients than an amazing writer who is clueless about marketing every single time. So if you're sitting there and thinking, well, I don't know how to market myself, what am I supposed to do? Again, make sure before you leave this video that you sign up for my totally free class for beginner freelance writers. I'll link it above right now and below in the description box. It's going to teach you exactly how to make your first $1,000 freelance writing in the next 45 days or less. You'll learn my step-by-step marketing strategy in depth at that class. When you take the class, we're going to cover why a portfolio is not enough and exactly what you need instead, how you can get hired even over writers who have way more experience than you, and the #1 most effective method for landing your first high-paying clients. No Upwork, no Fiverr, and no bullshit required. And how I scaled my freelance writing business to $5,000 a month within just 4 months after getting fired from my shitty full-time job. So click the link right now and check it out and sign up, and you will get instant access to the class. And that's all I've got for you today, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button because it really helps my channel out. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for more videos on how to make money as a freelance writer / blogger. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.